This new Audi electric car is very similar to the Zeekr 001, and I think it's absolutely awesome. Guys, I'm really curious. Do you think this is Audi's first actually good, properly serious electric car? This thing actually has 770 horsepower and well over 400 miles of range. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking, guys. Great to have you with us. So what is this? Well, this is Audi by Audi. Audi by Audi. Now, to be fair here, Audi actually relied on a Chinese car company called SAIC Motors to kind of help them make this car, or to make the car. But anyway, it looks good to me, and I think it looks kind of practical as well. Launched at the Shanghai Auto Show, this new 5-door wagon is an electric wagon, electric only. There's rear-wheel drive and there's all-wheel drive configurations. Maximum range quoted is 478 miles, which is 770 kilometers. It's going to be available in China within a couple of months. The rest of the world, no idea. Probably, but not sure. It's similar in size to an Audi A6 Avant, which is their wagon. And it measures 4,880 millimeters long, which is 192.2 inches. It is 1,960 millimeters wide. It's quite wide. 77.1 inches wide. And it's not just a rebadged e-tron, apparently. It's built on a platform developed through collaboration with Audi and SAIC. It's actually built by SAIC. But anyhow, Audi says this: the aim was to combine the best from Germany and China. So they just used Chinese stuff. Sorry, but let's be real here. Anyway, Audi says the design and engineering is amazing, and that's why they've rebranded the company in China called Audi by Audi, even though it's maybe you could say it's Audi by SAIC. Maybe that's what we should say. Audi by SAIC. There you go. Audi said this though: it delivers on our brand promise, the best of both worlds. So there's a lot of talk about this new Audi DNA, but yeah, I think let's not get into that because that's all a bit silly. Anyhow, let's get back to the car. So the operating system runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8295 automotive chip, and there is a 27-inch 4K screen that spans the entire width of the cabin. 27 inches, 4K. It is cool. If this car could drive itself, it would be awesome, but it doesn't. Anyhow, it has facial recognition, an app store that is fully integrated into the digital world of China. Or in other words, it's tailored to China's unique ecosystem of advanced homegrown apps, ranging from payment gateways, messaging services, all kinds of stuff that you can do with their, basically things that people do in China, and how it's an entirely different world, to be honest. There's also a voice assistant, which TikTok's parent company ByteDance developed. So that's actually a smart thing for Audi to do that, to outsource their voice assistant. I think more companies should actually do that. The interior, I think, looks quite nice. It's certainly more orientated towards comfort. You can see that with the seats and everything else. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. And speaking of self-driving, guys, there is a suite of LiDAR sensors which have been trained for the unique challenges of urban roads in China. For instance, the system can supposedly detect tricycles and two-wheeled delivery drivers. So what about what's powering this thing? Well, it's actually pretty impressive. It's an 800-volt architecture. You can get 370 kilometers of range in 10 minutes. It sounds like charging speed could be close to 500 kilowatt, which is pretty awesome. And we know there's 4 versions of this car. It comes with both rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. The base model has 220 kilowatt rear-wheel drive. That's 295 horsepower. And then you can get a 300 kilowatt version, which has 402 horsepower. The all-wheel drive has 425 kilowatt, 570 horsepower, and the range-topping all-wheel drive has 580 kilowatt, which is 776 horsepower, meaning it's a fast car. That range topper will do 0 to 100 in 3.4 seconds, which is not super fast for an electric car, but yeah, it's fast enough, that's for sure. So range, this is, by the way, keep this in mind, this is CLTC range, so probably take off 20% to get a real world figure. Anyway, there's a 100 kilowatt hour battery. It'll give 770 kilometers or 478 miles of CLTC range. It also has air suspension and all-wheel steering. So will this car help Audi basically take back sales in China? It's been losing market share and sales and money as a result. It has been a crucial issue for the company in China. I mean, have a look at Audi's Q1 last year. Q1 last year, profits fell 75%, right? Basically for the first 9 months of the year, profits were down, I believe, about 50% worldwide. But here's the thing. Audi have followed that up with an equally challenging Q1 of this year. Profits were down 14.4% in the first quarter of this year versus on top of the losses they made in the first quarter of last year of 75%. So it's just sort of a massive challenge for Audi right now. They're hoping that these kind of cars, these new electric cars, these Audi by Audis, where there's no, as you can see, the Audi badge has been removed, very intentional, Audi have said. They're hoping they can claw back sales in China. Personally, I think they're going to struggle. I don't think anyone's going to not know that this is a car that's mostly made by a Chinese car company. They know. People in China know this stuff, and they know that, or they think that the Chinese car companies in China make better EVs, and they might be right. So it is going to be a challenge for Audi. But I think, if they were to sell this car outside of China, I think people would love it. I think it'd be a big success. There's not as many nowhere near as many Chinese cars that compete. I mean, for example, the Zeekr 001, you can't buy that in the US. You can't buy that in Australia. Key markets for Audi. So I think it'd do quite well, but just not in China. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I need to emphasize the fact that I honestly don't want to see this happen. It's the future, and I've been talking about this for 4 years now. In fact, it's one of the key reasons I started this channel, to warn Germany, to warn the West, to warn the United States, to warn Europe that the Chinese were coming, and that as a result, their automotive industries would be shattered. As you can see, that is absolutely happening right now. The Volkswagen Group announced 35,000 job losses, and now Audi have announced an additional, a whole lot more job losses and a whole lot more pain coming to Germany's premium brand, Audi. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Really, it is another sad day for the German automotive industry. Audi has revealed it is cutting thousands of jobs in a massive cost-cutting move. One it hopes will save it from becoming, to be honest, the next Volkswagen. Why would I even say that? I mean, the Volkswagen, surely everything's going fine there, right? Well, maybe not so good. Today, German media have reported that Volkswagen's credit rating has been downgraded for the first time in history. It's a slippery slope, a very, very slippery and dangerous slope, and Audi does not want to find itself on that slope, but it is already on that slope. Last year, Audi's sales worldwide went down, its profits went down, its revenue really shrank quickly, and as a result, it's having to respond. It has absolutely no choice. It will fire 7,500 people. This is part of a plan to find medium-term savings of more than €1 billion annually. That's 1.7 billion Australian dollars.